As we'll see, the Stallions taking on a team from the MAC, the Buffalo Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bulls will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The Stallions offense will have the opening possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's McGowan. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Stallions can really attack on this second and short. The give to the lone running back. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Stallions are marching down the field. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Williams. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
It's complete on the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No more than that.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
The Stallions line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Buffalo Bulls offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the Bulls come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Lets it fly. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Working the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Stallions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll set up to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up 14 over Charlotte. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Give to the running back. up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Reads it, fires complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The running back has it. Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Stallions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the ground, he's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. Under fire. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. Just steamrolling the defense. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The Bulls trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so...
There he goes! Just keeps moving. Touchdown, Stallion. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Still on his feet at the 35. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Bulls just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Steps away to find some room. On target to the left. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Quick pass on the fly motion. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. They'll run it to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man. Still on his feet at the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking left. Makes a connection. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Buffalo.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the run, it's Blackburn. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Blackburn. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's going to let it go. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Bulls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete to the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Bulls are threatening on first and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI.
Pass interference. Offense.
Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Release to the back. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. After making 1 field goal, he'll need a little distance on. This one a 40-yard try coming. Dead center perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Gives it on the option. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Rides to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Right down the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Stallions will call on their punt team. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Bulls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll move the tight end. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick.
Touchdown, Buffalo! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by a field goal over Duke. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Stallions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. The Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. With the catch, it's Blackburn. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Motion from the wide receiver. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. And the pummeling has started.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Thrust that arm out. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. It's Manning. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Tackle is made near the 48-yard line.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Buffalo is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Stallions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Got him downfield. Still on his feet. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Stallions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They desperately need to get the score here on third and goal to have any kind of wild chance. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Back to throw, it's Grimes. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. From the gun, running back on the move. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Wants to fire on second down. They're working that left side. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Second down, he'll throw it. He wants to go deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Buffalo!
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it.
There he goes. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Dropping back, it's Grimes. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day, nice. A lot more passing situations.
Converts on 4th down, still going. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Off the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Gain of 1.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Makes the grab. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Vanderbilt has been almost unstoppable today offensively. Between the game plan and the play calling and the execution, it's been near perfection.
Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
They're up by 32 over Purdue. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hauls it in. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Grimes. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown Stallions. And they take it in for 6 more points. Here comes the 2-point try.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in structure.
Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball.
He's going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened. And that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
And the Bulls lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. Touchdown, Buffalo! And the route is on.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying to escape and get it himself. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. And the Stallions will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Buffalo.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. After this, it'll be a wrap. Dropping back, it's Grimes. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm